Hey guys, it's Deb here with Creative Life. So now let's get on to our folio, okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to use the Recollections paper that I received from Michael's, okay? And it's a fairy tale paper pad, okay? It's 4.5 by 6.5, which is pretty small, but it's so cute, you guys, and I had to use it. So, and the papers in here are just absolutely gorgeous. So I couldn't resist, and it has these little fairies on it. Look at how cute. So I had to use it, okay? And then I'll be using some odds and ends from my stash. So I've got some ribbon, seam binding. I have some beautiful Renea Bouquet dragonflies here that are just absolutely gorgeous. And then I also have some of her butterflies. I also have some Prima flowers that I might use in here. I also have some other Prima flowers that I might use. So we will see what I use on here. You never know. You never know, y'all. So to get started on our folio, we are not going to use chipboard on our folio. It's just going to be paper, I guess paperback type folio. It is going to have a 1-inch spines, okay? So you're going to cut your 12 by 12 paper, and or you're just going to, I mean, not cut it. We are going to cut it, but later. So, you're going to go ahead and score your 12 by 12 paper at 4.5 and at 5.5, and then you're going to score it at 10, and you're going to score it at 11, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and make my score lines here. So at 4.5, I already have score lines, but I'm just going to redo them, and at 10, and then at 11, okay? And then, and the reason why I want you to use a full sheet of this is because you will end up with 2 super cute folios. Hold on 1 second. You will end up, once we cut ours, it will get a 6 3/4 inch folio, okay? I think that's what that is. Or maybe I cut it at 6.5. I think I did cut it at 6.5. So you can cut it at 6.5, and you'll end up with one that is 6.5 by 4.5, okay, if you want to. Or you can, and then the next piece will be at 5.5 by 4.5. So you'll end up with 2 super cute little folios that you can do, okay? Now on these folios, I did not do the other over part, which is the, I guess they call a trifold area. I did not do that, okay? So on this one, we will have that, okay? So the next thing that I wanted to do, because I do want to leave a border around on my paper, I think, or maybe, I don't know if I want to or not. I haven't decided. Maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and cut this at at 6 and, you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it at 6 3/4. 6 3/4 by 12. All right, and then once we fold it, it will get shortened up, of course. So we're going to go and fold this here, and we're going to go ahead and fold it here. And then you're going to turn around and fold it again, okay? And then this is going to be your little flap that folds over your folio, okay? And you can do this however you want. Now, if you don't have magnets, you can, we'll go ahead and put some ribbon here, okay? And you can do it that way, or you can add magnets here and you can close it however you want to do it. I thought it would look really super cute with some this cute little ribbon here. I don't know if I'm going to use the green or I might use the pink. I haven't really decided yet. So, and there's our folio, you guys. So now we're going to go ahead and do the pages inside, okay? So for the pages inside, I thought it would be super cute. I'm going to leave that there because I don't want to use that. For the pages inside, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this right here. I know I could use this as another folio, right? And I probably could do that. So I'll just grab some scratch pieces of paper here. Okay, and this pink paper that I'm using is actually Bazzille's, and of course you all know maybe that you can get this over at Michael's, okay? And again, it's just some paper that I had in my stash, and I just thought I've been wanting to create with it forever, and I thought it would be really super cool to create with it. Okay, so for our pages, and you are going to need your cutting board. Okay. You are going to need them here at 4.5, okay? Or actually less than 4.5. We're going to cut these down at 4.25, okay? So you're going to cut two at, or you're going to go ahead and cut one long piece at 4.25. So again, you're getting your 12 by 12 sheet of paper, cutting down at 4.25, okay? And then you're going to turn it around and you are going to cut it at not 6 3/4, but you're going to cut it at 6.5. Alrighty, and again, I just need my ruler. And you know, I know you guys can hear my dog screaming. She's not really screaming. She's happy that her daddy is home. So, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that right there. Okay. And you are going to go ahead and cut it right at 6.5. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and see where my 6.5 is right there. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. And then you'll have a little piece. And you can either save these little pieces for your album here, or we may use our scraps for it here. So I'm going to get the doorbell. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So what you're going to need for our folio is you're going to need one piece that is 4.25 by 6.5. So that's what you're going to need there. Okay. It's not letting me zoom in. I don't know why. And then you're going to need 4 1/8 by 4 3/4 little items cut, and you're going to have to score them a 1/2 inch on the top, and that top would be on, I believe, the 4 1/8 side. Let's see here. So if it's laying in your scoreboard, you're going to turn it on the 4 3/4 inch side, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch down this way. Okay. And then on this one, you're going to lay this at the 6.5 inch and score a 1/2 inch on that 6.5 inch side. Okay. And so there's that. Then you will need 3 of these that are 4 7/8 by 6.5. Okay. So 4 7/8 by 6.5. You're going to lay it in your scoreboard, okay, on the 4 7/8 inch side, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch down the side here, okay? And you're going to do that with 3 of those, all right? So you need 3 of those. And then, of course, we have our main little book here. And our main little book is 12 by 6 3/4, okay? So there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and get started. So for the first part, we're going to go ahead and we are going to attach this little guy right here to the top. Okay, so we're going to attach him right there. And I'm just going to grab my glue. And I'm just going to put some glue on here. And just going to go ahead and push that down there, and I'm going to grab a little wipey here to wipe off my excess glue. Okay, and then that is done. So See how fast that was? Oh my gosh, it's so quick. So quick and easy. Quick and easy. Easy peasy. Okay, so then the next here, you can actually leave that folded up for a second, because this part right here, you are going to get 2 of these, and the 2 of the 4 7/8 by 6.5 inch, and you are going to go ahead and put them both in the middle of this gusset right here. Okay, so you're going to attach one here, and you're just going to attach them right in the middle part. Just kind of center it in there, and all right. So I'm going to put this on the other side of our, it's going to be right on the other side of your score line right here. Okay, so I'm going to just actually push that back just a bit, and you're just going to go ahead and push that in just like that. Okay, and then my dog is in here. She's throwing a fit because I have stuff in her laying spot. So she lays in here, so she thinks that I shouldn't have anything on the floor. And then you're going to put this other one, okay, right on top of that, and you're going to actually center that right on and bring that over to the score line on the inside as well. Okay? Yeah, but I'm also trying to even it up right here. Okay? So you want to even with that, and we are going to lay that down and burnish that in. Okay, just like that. She's mad. She's mad. And then, so you should have a little center like this now, okay? And then this will fold down like this. That's going to fold over, okay? And then right here we have this part, and you are going to go ahead and stick this third one right on the inside here. So this one is going to lay, whoops, got kind of carried away with my glue here, you guys. Okay, this is actually going to go right on the inside, and where your gusset is right here, this is going to go on this side right here. It's going to go right in the middle, so it's going to go on the other side of that score line right here. And you're just going to go ahead and center that on there. Okay. Just like that. And you're going to go ahead and just burnish that in. Okay. Just like that. So now we've got this flap for our folio, and then we've got, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. Must have missed that spot right there. All right, so there we go. So that is how that is going to look, okay? And so we're going to put on our waterfall. So I'm just debating on where I want it. I wanted it up front. Thought that would look like super, super cute. But now I'm kind of like thinking the back would be really, really pretty. Okay, so now what we can do before we start our waterfall and decide where we want that, we can actually go ahead and see how your little folio is going to close just like that. And this is a really simple folio. It's really super easy to put together, and you know, only takes a couple of minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get our paper pad, and I'm going to tear out some pages that I'm going to use from here, and we are going to go ahead and put them on here. Okay, and I think for the waterfall background, I really kind of really thought about like this. Let's see here. What about something like that? We could stick that in there, and or we could even stick. You know what? I kind of like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and tear out a page of each. And, you know what? I think I tore that one out. No, I didn't. There's that. And those two. Okay, so there's one of each sheet that I have here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these down and everything. And then I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and start putting the papers on, and we stuck down all of our items in our folio, and I think the waterfall is going to go back here. I don't want to put it in the front because I don't want it to be too top heavy, or you know, so I think in the back would be great. And then here we're going to go ahead and put a little flap. And this little flap is going to tie with some ribbon. So you are going to need a piece that is 2.5 by 4, and the 4 at the 4 inch across on your scoreboard, you're going to score 1/2 inch on that side, that left side, okay? And that's actually just going to go right down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on here. Whoops. And see, I'm just going to go put some glue down here. It's not working. And I'll probably have to go let my dogs in because it's a beautiful day outside, of course, and I don't know why she's crying. She just thinks that she should come in all the time. She's a little baby. She's my baby. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this right at the edge here. Okay, and just glue that in right there. And then that is going to go ahead and fold up. Okay, I'm just going to grab my bone folder and burnish that in really good. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so there is that part, and now we can go ahead and set our paper on the inside. And then for the inside, I thought I really liked this one. But I want something to go with the little tags that I have. So I cut these 2 little tags from the set, okay, and I'm actually going to stick them right here. So I thought that would be like super cute. And I think I'm actually going to put this here. I'm going to put this one down here and then put this one on top. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some glue to this. I'm just going to set it right in the middle part of that. And then that way you can journal on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that down. Okay, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this part. I'm just going to set that down in the middle, and I'm actually going to set it a little bit lower. I'm leaving 1/8 of an inch from the bottom part, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I need to go ahead and poke holes in it, in this piece. so we can tie it. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and poke my 2 holes here, okay, and I'm just going to flip this around, poke my 2 holes right, kind of like right in the center. And this is a little punch that I got from Stampin' Up, like literally years ago, y'all. I can't remember, like back in 1990 maybe or so. I don't know. It's been a long time. So yeah, so that's where I got that. Alrighty, and then this will flip open like that. And then so here we will have to go ahead and add some holes on this so we can tie our string on that. So here, since I know where my holes are on here, I am just going to go ahead and grab my pencil, and I'm going to mark 2 places where I know my holes are going to be. And then that will help me go ahead and I will grab, because I don't know if my hole punch will fit all the way through there. So actually, I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife. I am going to go ahead and turn this upside down. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of poke some holes in here. Okay? Just like that. Now, if you want to, you can definitely add some brads in here. All right. If you have one of those old tools where we used to pound the eyelets inside of the holes, then you can use that, which I will probably go ahead and do. So I'll probably put eyelets here, and I'll put eyelets here just to give it a nice finishing touch to that. Okay. So for the inside here, I'm actually thinking I'm going to go ahead and just use this piece here since it kind of matches with the butterflies here. I thought that would look really, really pretty. And so I think I just need to cut like a tad of the length off. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my trimmer. And I'll probably have to do that through all of my cuts. So and basically, like I said, it's just like a small sliver, I mean like a 1/16 of an inch is what I think I'm going to have to cut off of here. So so yeah, just like that. So that is looking good. So there we go. So that will go there. And then here I will go ahead and put some paper there. So it's pretty. It needs like a, I don't know, like a contrast or something. That's really cute. I kind of like that. And then you could have like a little tuck spot in here. Or maybe we'll use this one in the front. I think we'll use this one in the front, y'all. Okay, so we're going to use this one in the front. And then, so for up here, we will go ahead and let's use a flower. Let's use this pink one here. This is so cute, okay? Because I have plans for these too. So I will be right back, okay? But I'm going to cut all of my papers down to size of my items, and then it will be right back. So go ahead and do the same. Okay, so I already put my little eyelets on that part, and now I'm just doing the middle part. So where I put our holes before, I am going to go ahead and just grab my little doodad here. And I have 2 little eyelet setters, and this is one of them. This is the old kind where we used to hit it way back when. Way back when. So I'm going to just grab that. And I just didn't hit it hard enough. That's why it didn't come all the way off. But I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then see the little papers are inside of there. So just poke those out. And then I'm going to grab my two little eyelets. There it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. So here is this. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just put some glue on here. Bottom part. Just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and rub that in like this. Okay, and then I need to add the paper to the back of this, and then I need to add the paper to the front. So to the back, out of the butterflies. I think I like the butterflies, so I'm going to cut this down a little bit to fit over, and then I need to cut this piece down, whatever I use up here. So we our paper right here is 4 1/4 by 6 by 6, I believe. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, so now that we are at this point, okay, we went ahead and put our paper on the back of this. Since we have our paper on the back of this flap, and we need to go ahead and make our holes. So now, okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to go ahead and poke my holes in here again. So just grabbing my little eyelet tool here. Okay, and I'm going to put this in here and pound. Sorry for the noise, y'all. And pound. Okay, so there are my 2 holes, and I think that they're uneven, y'all. Told you guys, I am so... I am not a very straight person. It's like, okay. So that's all right, though. Okay, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I think it'll be all right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my piece of paper that I'm going to stick on top of here. I went ahead and cut it down. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. All right, and then we will poke our holes through this side once we get this on. Okay. Just like that. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my little board thing here. Okay. And let's see. And I think go ahead and just put that in the hole there. So there we go. So now you're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our little eyelets. And I'm just going to grab one more because I don't know where that other one went. So I'm just going to grab this one here from my little jar. And I'm just going to go ahead and set those right in there. Okay. just like that. And when I put it over, I'm just going to kind of be careful not to move them so they don't fall out. And then I'm going to grab my eyelets that are, put that on top of there. Just kind of. So those are set on there, y'all. So, and my eyelets are also from Stampin' Up. I've had them for, I have had them forever. So, yeah. So I just bought those over at Stampin' Up. But you can get them anywhere now. Y'all can get them at Walmart or not Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. And then here, so here is where we're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some little string here. Okay. And I don't really know how much I grabbed, y'all, so, yeah, it needs to go, I think, in this way. And get it through. Okay, so now if you wanted to put a picture down here, you could, okay? Your picture would just go over this. And I am going to add some like little items to here. I'm not adding a bunch of stuff because I don't want my folio too heavy. It's just basically for pictures, right? It's not like a mini album, so you don't need a whole lot of items in here. So, you know, a folio is just for a few pictures. So this will go in here like so. Okay. And again, if you want to, you can definitely add a magnet in here if you wanted and you didn't want to use your ribbon. You can definitely add just use a magnet. So just gonna cut that off. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and go just like this. And we're going to go ahead and just tie a little bow. Oops, hold on one second. My bow is giving me some issues. Okay. Go ahead. And your bow is just going to look like that. And again, you can, you know, you can definitely decide, you know, how you want, you know, your bow to look, or, you know, and all that. So that's how that's going to look right there. And here, if you wanted to, I like going ahead and kind of getting my X-Acto knife and going along the edges here and then kind of make it into like a little makeshift pocket. So I will probably do that. And I think I've showed that on some of my mini albums where I've done that. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut the string down. So next, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put some papers on here and here. You're going to go ahead and cover this, your gusset, with your papers, okay? And then here, we're going to go ahead and add the waterfall. So I'm going to go, we can go ahead and kind cover this part here. So I'm going to cut down my papers and then I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I got all my paper cut I just wanted to explain real quick what I did here is I took this piece and I went ahead and just grabbed my X-Acto knife, okay, and I just cut along where the leaves and the little fairy were, and then when I glue it down, I'll put glue along the edges here. I won't put any glue down here, and then I'll put glue along the edges up here and then up and through here and here. And then that will glue down just like this, okay? Which will leave this part unhered down. And so I can go ahead and when I have a picture, I could just slide my picture right inside there just like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there like that. And then I went ahead and, like I said, I just went ahead and put some paper in between my gussets here. And then I went ahead and did the paper in through here in the folded areas. And then we're going to go ahead and I am going to go ahead and use my X-Acto knife on this sheet right in through here, here, and here, and here. So you can just slide your picture up and through there. And then we'll put our Folio, our waterfall on top of this here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and adhere all my sheets and everything. And then if anything changes, I will let you know. Okay, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to paper my waterfall before I place it inside. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to kind of carve out some areas in here that I thought would be like really neat to slide your photos inside. So I'm actually going to place this right here, and I'm going to mark with my pencil where to cut the paper at, and then I'm going to shave off a little bit of the paper on each side, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to go ahead and just carve out a little bit through here on the side of the butterflies, so you can go ahead and slide your picture in again. In the book, I had stated that I was going to go ahead and carve these out, but I went ahead and glued them down. So I'm going to come up with something else so we can go ahead and slide our pictures in here, okay? So for right now, we're going to do it this way, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down. So let's see here. So this is actually going to be cut at 4 1/8. So this way is going to be cut 4 1/8, and then this way will be cut 4 1/8. Okay, so I'm going to cut it a little bit down. So it will actually come out to be 4 by 4. So if you're using plain paper, then you'll just go ahead and do 4 by 4. And I cut down on the side. So I'm going to cut down about a little bit off this side. And I'll cut off about right here. So let me see if that should be good right there. And I'll just cut off just a bit more on this side. Just like that. Okay. So now I have like a little border around there. And like I said, I'm just going to grab my X-Acto knife and go around the butterflies and the little fairy here. Okay. So I love this paper, you guys. It's so stinking cute. So glad that I saw this. So again, I'm just not really going into the images like I usually do. I'm just kind of like going around them. And then I stop a little bit right before I get to the end there, okay? So then you can stick your picture inside there, just like that. Or you don't even have to if you don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that right there. Put some glue on here. Again, you're not going to glue in through this area here, because that's where your picture is going to slide in. But you are going to glue through here. Okay. So I'm just going to scoot that over. Just like that. Okay. I'm just gonna Alrighty, so there we go. So now your picture will be able to slide right in here, just like that. Okay, so there's one. And then again, you can go ahead and do the back pages too. I'm going to do the same thing with this page here. I'm going to cut around the fairy, and I'm going to put that right on top of here. Okay, I'm actually going to try to put her on, you know, the left side of that. So that will be that. Here I will go ahead, I'm going to do, I think, some roses on this side here. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and do the green polka dot right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out some of these the other little, this Never Grow Old. And I thought there's another one in here. I don't know what happened to, there we go. So the fairy, I believe in fairy. So I am going to use another one of these and another one of these. So, okay, so we're going to do that. And then I'm just going to continue covering these, okay? back. So now you're going to go ahead and add on your waterfalls to that middle section there. And you're just going to place glue right on the flap of the little waterfall card that we made. Okay, if it's that 1/2 inch flap that we scored. Alright, and you're just going to place that right in the middle of the little flower pattern I've got there, or whatever paper you're using, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to just add some glue right there, and then you're just going to center that right in the middle section of that paper. Alright, if you've never done a waterfall before, this is how you start. Okay, and if you are advanced on knowing how to do the waterfall, then you got it and you can just to move on. So the next one you're gonna take, okay, and you're gonna go ahead and again you're gonna put glue right on that flap, and you're going to place that right underneath that 1/2 inch flap that we just laid down. Okay, so I'm putting the glue on, and I'm just adding that right underneath that part, that 1/2 inch little flap that we put down. Okay, and you're just making sure that you burnish that in really good. Okay, and then you're going to do the same with the next piece. You're just going to go ahead and put glue right on that little flap, and you're going to place that right underneath that 1/2 inch flap that you just laid down prior. Okay, and on those little gussets you can go ahead and paper those just like you did in your book, so you can definitely add paper in those little gussets just to kind of give it a finished look if you'd like to do that. And so that is how you do a waterfall. Okay, now there's another version out there to do a waterfall, and I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know if they call it a waterfall, but it's a great way to just add some photos to your little book, your mini albums or your folios. You can get a lot in there with just those little waterfall cards. So okay, so now we are going to move on to the next part. Okay guys, I'm back. so now we're going to go ahead and start with the covering of our book. Okay, and so I decided to go ahead and use this for the back here, and I'm just going to stick that right there on the back, and then for the sides, this part, and then the spine, I think I might go ahead and use some of this and maybe this. So wanted to go ahead and get this done. Went ahead and poked my holes for our closure. And our closure, I will go ahead and do like we did our front page here. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do there. And I think that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start decorating. Okay. Okay, guys, so now that I'm putting together my front of the book, I decided to go ahead and use some of this. It's called Cottage Blush, and it's Bob and Betty, and you can find this over at JS Hobbies and Crafts. That's where I bought it from. So, anyway, they have these awesome tags back here, and I thought that they were, like, super cute. So, they have some really cute sayings on them. And so I thought I'd go ahead and use one of those in here. And it's the right color, so it matches perfectly. And it has all these cute, pretty roses on it. So, anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these out and use one of those. Okay, guys, so I'm finishing up the book this morning, and I decided to go ahead and add some pearls around the flowers. So I think it just gives it a really nice, beautiful, elegant touch. So I'm just kind of wrapping them around my flowers, and these are little tiny beads, or a string of beads that I got from, I think I got them from Joann's like a few years back, when they had like a spool on sale or something in one of their dollar bins or something. And so I'm just kind of lifting up the leaves of the flowers and to get this under here, to get the beads under there. And I'm just kind of letting them kind of fall where they may, but also kind of helping them along. So I'm trying to anyway. So I think that this is going to turn out really super cute. So got the beads under there. I'm going to go ahead and tuck this one spot in there. Let's see, hold on one second. Look at that. And I'm just kind of using my X-Acto knife and other, like my my bone folder And then I have like a little wooden tool that I use once in a while to help kind of guide things where I need it. So just to kind of get it to stay in there. So again, I'm just kind of guiding this around. And I think these little spool things are actually nail. I got them over at like Sally's Supply. And but I found that they were really good to help me with with like small areas that I couldn't get into. So that's what I use sometimes, just to help, like I said, guide things along a little bit. Stick things in little places, little crevices. So that's going to stay like that. And then this is just going to loop around, I think, and maybe come back through over here. So just kind of letting the pearls kind of guide me where they want to go, because they're kind of very loopy. Not like crazy loopy, but you know, loopy. So, anywho, and I'm just adding my glue, like wherever they fall. That's kind of where I'm adding my glue. And again, just use this wooden dowel. And then I use and then I just kind of scrape the glue, like, you know, not really scrape it, but just kind of like pick it up so it's not like, you know, dropping anywhere else or anything. And I'm just kind of turning this around here. See where this wants to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and just stick it right underneath here and loop it back around over here. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this up right here, and I'm going to put some glue like right along there and kind of lay the pearls back down on top of that, so they will dry on that paper. And then I'll probably put some glue again right under here so the pearls will catch underneath that little petal. Okay, and then bring this over and kind of just wrap that around there, and I'll probably go ahead and just cut it right there. So now I have a little piece of scrap there. That's fine. Okay, and like I said, I'm just kind of letting it go where it wants to go, because maybe I'll put it underneath there. Okay, so we'll put this one right underneath here and put some glue under there. And you can hear my dog snore. Sorry, guys. She is a snorer for sure. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring this little piece and I'm going to connect it probably underneath there. But our book is done. I even did some decorating on the inside after I went ahead and finished the adding the butterflies, and I did some leaves, and I did some decorating on the inside. I will also be making some little photo mats, tags for this little folio. So there will be more of that. But yeah, so this is the front, y'all. And then we have our closure right here with our eyelets. And and then on the back we have, I put this little note card right there. And so super simple, quick, easy. I mean, you could probably get this done in like an hour, you guys. Okay, so super easy, quick little folio for you. So once I'm done with this part, then I will be back.